So one of the common questions which I've been asked quite frequently is how did I get into writing, and was writing my passion from day one? To be frank with you, actually no. I got into writing from the learning journey and experience that I had through my entrepreneurial journey from throughout my teenage life. And going into writing, especially started off with blogging. There's a lot of people who, I don't want to say a lot, I would say initially few, would be the more honest opinion too, that few people were interested in what I had to say, because who runs their business at the age of 14? That was the initial mindset from everyday people. You're 14 years old, you run your own business. People wanted to hear about it. What was the journey? What was the experience? Where did you make mistakes? What did you learn from that? So as my journey was going on in business, I would type away on my blog and write away. The more and more content that I created, the more that I realized that actually this content is valuable. I was getting a lot of comments, a lot of feedback from people that I should be doing this, or maybe I should include this, or these are the sort of subjects I should be talking about, especially because the market really wanted to understand how a young mind works in the world of entrepreneurship. So the more I wrote about that, the more I realized that writing became a thing for me. It almost took over who I am. So not just from blogs, I started writing for magazines, business magazines, articles, to the point where a lot of young people then started questioning how and why and what did you do to get into this sort of space, this zone. So this led to The World at Your Feet, the first book that I wrote when I was 17 years old. So this was self-published initially, and it came through the belief and passion that every day after college or during my college breaks, I would just type away, writing away around 500, 600, 700 words, just talking about things that I explored. And writing itself grew so much within me over the course of the fact that, yes, my first book was a big hit and a big success, which went on to get professionally published by Marshall Cavendish a year later, around 9 months later. But the whole experience of writing really helped me discover a new aspect of me. Now, if I was to scroll back a couple of years, and when I first started my business at the age of 14, thinking, Sabirul, were you actually going to become a writer? Honestly speaking, no. That wasn't even in my mindset. So the message here is that to open many avenues and doors, you have to always explore, go beyond boundaries of what you think you know, and then you will discover that one door opens many more. And when you realize that you're actually doing something that can help pave way for an opportunity, you feel more relaxed, you feel comfortable, and you start doing it in a way because you build up an essence of passion and a desire to want to explore that. So writing was a pivotal part of my journey. Now, I did go on to write another book called The Young Entrepreneur World in 2012, where I interviewed a number of entrepreneurs, successful young people around the world, which was great to write about and interview, and just getting to hear other young people's perspective on there. It's still on Amazon if you want to get a copy, download an ebook on Kindle or so. So a version is there. But for me, I think writing was a great initiative to be able to get everything I believed in, whatever I was passionate about, out and into the open and to the people. So I would encourage that, because you get to share your feelings, you get to share your thoughts, your imaginations, and all of this. A lot of people, there's a market out there, people wanting to hear what you do, especially if you're oozing some form of positivity, or even if you're going through some form of difficulty and you've come out from it in such a way. People want to hear about that. Yes, you'll see that there is a lot of motivation out there online, people talking about whatever it is and how to live a positive life and so on and so forth. But your story is unique, and a lot of people would resonate with that. So I would encourage writing in whatever form, in whatever shape or form, whether it's through a blog, whether it's through writing articles, whether if it is you want to write if you want to write your own book, get onto it, get onto a platform, because your creative mind actually sparks through writing. Your emotional sort of values and your intrinsic values almost sort of ooze a lot of passion as well. So I would say get onto that and see how much you can explore. You will discover so much about yourself, to the point where you connect with people from other parts of the world who you might have not initially thought would buy into a concept or an idea. So it can be any topic, any subject, but writing has become a passion of mine. In fact, I've got a new book coming out called Build Your Confidence on Stage, which is coming out in December. Published by Lead Publishing. So do keep an eye out for that, and I'll keep you all informed.